to consider a realization that I'm going over a recap of last month, and I had started out with three micro goals and ended with five. And along the way, I was able to point out a lot of areas that I still had weaknesses in, especially trigger wise, and just trying to also figure out the stabilization in like my modes and everything else. With that being said, based on just communicating more over the last week, my speech was 10 times better. Like, so many people today is like, fam, like, you're almost there. But yeah, overall, it was remove myself from situations, set boundaries, but stop telling the other person my boundaries. Like, there's no reason for me to tell you something that I know that I really don't give a fuck about, because I had to come to the realization that, yeah, people really don't give a fuck, and everybody does what they feel like they should do to attain certain things, and then after they attain it, it's whatever. So, yeah, I was able to just understand, like, where my strength levels are, where they need to be improved, how my boundaries actually work once I set it and implemented it, and didn't wait to, well, let's have a conversation about how you fucked up, especially because I've already had certain conversations. So it was more so just certain things I didn't have to continually speak about, and with that, everyone's like, fam, why are you not speaking? I have nothing to say, like, we're good, you know. So that was probably like one of the major highlights, where everyone's like, the world could be on fucking fire, we're all gonna burn, because I don't give a fuck at this point. And then of course, just working on like self-discipline. Certain things I'm still like, yeah, Rome wasn't built in a day. And I mean, apart from that, honestly, I have to say that, you know how I'm always telling you guys how I'm like not consistent with a bunch of stuff and blah. If I want to be consistent, I know I can be consistent. I just have to figure out how to do that, you know, whatever, to get into that mode of consistency. But yeah, once I complete that 30-day to tie off the month, like, I actually feel super achieved. And even in my head, I'm like, all right, cool, so how am I actually going to celebrate this this accolade, because I never celebrate things like this. So it's like, yeah, I have 50 million questions, and just now I'm about to jump into like overcompensation of just all right, so when I achieve this, da da da, and now I'm trying to tell my brain stop, because that was what I used to do before. I don't know if any of that shit made sense, but if you experience these things, you already know. And then of course, I'm probably done for the rest of the day. Honestly, I'm getting tired. But my last question I have on here was, why is it that I'm not proud of me, and why is it that I'm very selective on how I decide to express certain things? So those are things I pretty much have to work on, and most of the posts I'm just like, how the hell am I supposed to work on these things when I don't even know where the hell I want to start? So that might actually be a micro goal, figuring out feelings and where to start and all this other stuff. But yeah, August, I think I smashed it pretty pretty good, but I'm gonna follow up with y'all once I actually close the last segment for August. But I love y'all, and see y'all later.